Let me pose another question. What does it mean to be a member? What does it mean to be a member of the royal priesthood?
Let's see my big brother Sam first. Let's hear Sam. Let's hear his insightful thoughts.
You're gonna hand that one off to Sam first?
Oh, I'm gonna come behind Sam this time.
Okay.
So when I think of it, Dale, I oftentimes when I hear that we belong to the royal priesthood, a verse comes to mind, and you're gonna have to help me, both of you. I don't know exactly where. I think it's in Micah. I'm not sure, but the quote goes, or the verse, the Bible verse goes, "Be still for tomorrow." Oh no, cleanse yourselves. That's what it is. Sanctify yourselves, for tomorrow God will do great things.
Yes.
And I when I think about being part of the royal priesthood, Dale, it's just such an awesome thing that we are members of this great loving family. We have a great loving Father that it really puts things in perspective, Dale. We were talking about earlier about that love of God, and when we understand that we are in this royal priesthood, it really flips the paradigm, especially for a person like me and the people that I come into interaction with on a daily basis, because I no longer see them as outcasts or people that can't function in society, but it all of a sudden changes into these are members of that priesthood, and how can we get them back on track? Because one of the things that I believe is that, and I know that you allude to this and you discuss this in later chapters in your book, but every single human being has a propensity for greatness, and I do believe that. And that is because we're a member of this priesthood. Right now there's this all this stuff going on about the royals, about the younger son of Diana, of Princess Diana, and
Harry and
Meghan, and you see all of this, and and I often think, well, I'm a royal too, and my God is a king, and not an earthly king, but the king of the universe. And I try to get that across to a lot of the people that I come in contact with in the jail, because I think they have forgotten who they are. And I think that they have forgotten that their father is a king and that they belong to this royal priesthood. And a lot of times when we remind them of that value, you begin to see amazing things. Yeah. So for me, Dale, when you say that we're members of this royal priesthood, wow, what an awesome title! What an awesome, I see myself in a purple robe, walking with all my brothers and sisters going to see the Father. So that's an amazing thing for me. Yeah.
What did you want to add now that Sam has broken the ice?
For me, when I hear being a member, and what you were talking about was Joshua 3 and 5. Yeah. And it says, consecrate yourself, for tomorrow the Lord will do amazing things among you. And when I hear being a member, that means I'm a part of, I'm connected. I hear the word access. I have access to the impossible. I have access to the unimaginable. That when he tells me greater is I, because I'm connected to him. When he says that I'm a son and a daughter of his, that means someone has taken me and said, be secure in all things. Be okay in all things. Yes, this is the challenge we're presented with. When you talk about the beautiful people who are, as we call it here in our family, on vacation and going to have time of mental illumination.
I love that.
I'm always gonna find another way to say things that seem to be negative, find a way, a positive to say it. They're there for people like your beautiful self to show that there's more because some of them never even had access to healthy conversation, healthy living. So he places people like yourself, hopefully myself. I'm looking forward to a lifetime of covenant partnership with you and your wife and my husband, because I have a heart and a passion for those who people have left and forgotten and thrown away. To remind them, you made a comment about destiny. Since we were children, my babies were small, God put in my heart. We've never discussed it with you. Both of our children are adopted.
Mm-hmm.
And
Joshua
their
actually
sibling
told me that.
Oh, he did? Okay. That's shocker. And I remember the first time we got a phone call to go and see our oldest Shekinah. And I remember God saying, right now, I want you to take her and give her a life. We were married a year. We went to see her on our 1-year anniversary.
Wow.
And I remember God saying, give her a life. Now let's go back to the word of God. I come that you might have life and have it in full abundance, which means I give you awareness. I give you access. I give you opportunities. Year later, we get a phone call. She has a brother. Immediately, there is no conversation. Charles looked at me and says, tell them, pack all of his belongings. He's coming with us. Give him a life. And when we become part of a member of a body, there is access granted that if the only way you get it, you have to be an exclusive partner in this. And for me, I love the fact that I've told my kids from babies, you are destined for greatness. Greatness lies where? Inside. And it was a ritual every single day. They are adults now. I can say you're destined and they'll finish it. And I am because they have access where their life prior would have never gave them access. Mm-hmm. So when I become a member of this royal priesthood, that means everything that he's designed for my life, I'm granted immediate access. It's just like going to Disney and you have a speed pass where people are waiting in long lines. Because you paid the price for the partnership, you have access to get ahead before anybody else. The same exact way we go to a concert and we're seeing our most favorite artists. For me, it would definitely be the wonderful Barbara Streisand. And I will go and I will show the pass that I paid for. It gives me access. And that's when I hear I'm connected to a body. I have access. I have brothers and sisters who I can call on and say, hey, you're my sister, you're my brother. I need wisdom. I need correction. I need to be challenged. I have access to unlimited possibilities. I have access to unimaginable things that I once in my natural could never see. But the moment I tap into the access, I'm limitless. And I think, you really got me really charged up, Sam, about those who have been forgotten about. You got me focused on that more because that's part of my purpose here.
We couldn't tell. Okay. I would love to see sometime if you were able to really let yourself go.
That's an interesting thing. That's a very interesting place when I do, because you get to see the rawness of me that so many times, because I told Dale yesterday, I have a very, and you never know what's happening. And then the moment I give you access to me, you get to see and hear my heart, that I'm all about promoting you. Here's what I do. Mm-hmm. How can I make your life better? How can I partner with you? And that's the biggest thing here, that I want to make certain people understand there is access for them. You become a part of this family, you become a part of this connectivity, Endless possibilities. Endless possibilities.
Can
So
I
when
ask
I
a-
hear that, the word access ring heavily.